So, good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm going to deal with the topic archetypes behind iconic brands. So here is my academic information. Here is a table of content, and here is my research question. That how do brand architects influence consumers' perception and loyalty across different market segment? And my hypothesis is brands that effectively embody a consistent archetype, such as the hero, the caregiver, or the jester, are more likely to build a strong emotional connection with consumer, thereby increasing brand loyalty and trust. Here is the introduction that archetypes are universal symbol rooted in the collective unconsciousness, shaping how individuals understand themselves and the world around them. In contemporary culture, brands adopt this archetype to forge deep emotional connection with consumer, align themselves with a timeless role such as the hero, the creator, or the outlaw. This presentation explore how brands function as a modern archetypes, influencing consumers' identity, emotional resonance, and the search for a meaning in a branded world. So, what is the archetype? So, archetype in literary criticism, a primordial image, character, or pattern of circumstances that recurs throughout literary and thoughts consistently enough to be considered a universal concept or situation. So, as we know that archetypal criticism. Given by Northrop Frye, but my presentation mostly relate with Zoom's collective unconsciousness. So let's come to the topic. What is the collective unconsciousness? The collective unconsciousness is a part of psyche which can be negatively distinguished from a personal unconscious by the fact that it does not, like the latter, how it experience to personal experience, and consequently it not a personal equation. So collective consciousness depend on our experience and what we think and what is our observation and experience. Then the archetype of major brand. Some brands and marketing executive adopt the platform of archetype to represent brands. In a marketing perspective, we use archetype to interact with consumers' deepest motivation and give meaning to the product and brands associated with their conscious and unconscious desire. So here is some common brand archetype include, and let's discuss in detail. So first is the archetype of the innocent. Its motto is free to be you and me. It means available for all, and great example of Coca-Cola. And its slogan also is a Coke. It's a real thing. So that's how it represents the innocent archetypes, which characterized by pure, optimistic, nostalgic, and center and happiness and simplicity. Then the second is the explorer. Its motto is "Don't fence me in." So its motto is to be not in a restriction. So great example of the explorer is a Starbucks. His logo also is inspired by Herman Melville's Moby Dick. The explorer archetype is driven by a desire for a freedom, discovery, and self-expression. So Starbucks is a 25 great global brand of the 21st century and 100 best companies to work for. Then the sage, its motto is the truth will set you free. So great example of the sage is MIT by Deepak Chopra. He is a Indian guy who found MIT for meditation and um, all those things to for people. So Deepak Chopra is a much sage brand as a MIT is speaking with an Indian accent. Chopra can easily embody the image of wise Indian guru in the public mind, which give everything he says additionally a credibility. Then another one is the hero. Its motto is where there is a will, there is a way. So a great example of the hero is a Nike. Characteristic of the hero is everything seems lost, but then the hero rides over the hill and save the day. So how hero's journey come, that's where Nike represent his archetype as the hero. The company's central mission is to understand and inspire the soul of athlete, and its a current slogan, just do it, promote the heroic virtue of the courage to act. Then the archetype of the outlet. Its example are Harley Davidson and Apple, and its motto is "Rules are meant to be broken." So, with the Harley and Davidson brand, there is a motorcycle was in a serious, its brand was in a serious trouble some year ago because the Japanese were selling a brand product at a cheaper price. But at the end, people know the value of this brand, and it comes under the archetype of the outlaw. Then the regular guy, so its motto is all men and women are created equal. So example is a visa and characteristic of a regular guy archetype that demonstrate the virtues of a simple being and ordinary people just like other. So visa position itself as a regular guy brand appealing to everyday people by promoting accessibility and inclusion. Its motto is everywhere you want to be. Then the archetype of the lover, its motto is I only have eyes for you. Example is a Victoria's Secret and a Hallmark cards, that lover brands are common in the cosmetic, jewelry, fashion, and travel. So here is a Victoria's Secret is a majorly attached with the cosmetic and spray, a perfume type of cosmetic. Then the another is the Chester. Its motto is if I can't dance, I don't want to be a part of your revolution. So a great example of the Chester is a Pepsi. The Chester archetype include the clone, the trickster, and anyone at all who loves to play or cut off. Pepsi embodies the Chester archetype by promoting fun, spontaneity, and careless lifestyle through its vibrant branding and humorous advertisement. Then the caregiver, its motto is love your neighbor as yourself. An example is a Campbell soup. So Campbell soup is a truly iconic, consistently invoking the nurturance of home, family, and mother's love, often in a way that trigger nostalgia. Then another one is the creator. The motto is if it can be imagined, it can be created. So it shows the courage to create something new. And a great example of the creator is a Sesame Street. And the characteristic of creator are that innovator and entrepreneur. This all world relate to the creator archetype, and the creation of Sesame Street in and itself is a wonderful example of a creator. Then the ruler, its motto is the power is not everything, it's the only thing. Example of Microsoft, that Microsoft exemplify the ruler archetype through its emphasis on a reliability, structure, and dominance in the tech world. Then last one is the magician. Its motto is it can be done. And example is a Disney. The magician archetype is all about transformation, vision, and making the impossible seems possible. Think innovation, mystery, and a deep insight. So brand legs are deeply perfect embody the magician archetype, creating own inspiring experience that transform audience to a fantastic world and turn a dream into reality. So here is one case study. It about it on the Apple, Facebook, and Amazon. So what archetype found in these three brands? So Apple is archetype of creator in nowadays. Then Facebook is archetype of caregiver in this time, and Amazon is a brand where a dedicated expert in learning, that is all the stage archetype belonging to the independence and last is a conclusion. Brands that embody archetypal identity tap into universal human emotion and desire, allowing consumer to connect with them on a deeper, often consciousness level. These symbolize association, go beyond functionally and aesthetically, in the world. By aligning with archetype, brands become a more than products. They become a meaningful narrative in the consumer's personal journey. So here is my references, and now you are free to ask question.
Okay, reply in the comment. We'll display your questions on the screen here.